Hello, this is Barbara Hay, the founder of Awesome Coaching for Kids. This is the last video in the series of videos, Top Tips for Parents. In this video, we are going to look at how to deal with lies. Before we talk about how to deal with lies, let's remind ourselves about the functioning of the brain. 90% of our functioning is from a subconscious level. That means that when your child lies, the reason for that, the purpose for that, comes from a subconscious level. Let's remember that a child's mind doesn't have the sophisticated levels of thinking that an adult's does. The brain doesn't finish developing until around the age of 25 years old. Remember that all behaviour serves a purpose. So when your child lies, there's a purpose for it. What is that purpose? And emotions are the powerhouse for all our behaviours and thoughts. Your child will be living in the moment when she or he makes a decision to do something or not to do something, to take a biscuit that they shouldn't, or to not tidy their bedroom. Your child will not always make the best decisions or choices. That's a parent's job, to help your child learn how to make good decisions or good choices. Your child's mind, as well as adults' minds, of course, works towards pleasure and away from pain. So having that biscuit is pleasure. Not tidying up the bedroom is good, according to the brain. Tidying the bedroom is boring or discomfort. So when your child has been caught out and you question your child about something, did you break my vase? Did you take the biscuit? Immediately the child's mind, a part of the mind called the amygdala, will sense the need for protection, because we are always looking for approval. Just remember that from the previous videos. And here we're at risk of not getting approval. So protection is what lying's all about. So the amygdala will immediately release a series of emotions, powerful emotions: fear, shame, worry, anger, guilt, feeling scared, frustration, terrified, and anxious. So there's your child staring at you in the face, feeling all these overwhelming negative feelings, really worried and not knowing how to deal with it. Probably actually not knowing what's going on regarding these emotions either. There'll be a lot of conflict going on in a child's mind between what they should have done or should not have done and the way that they feel right now, and what you think of them. That's what they're really worried about, how you evaluate your child's behaviour and what you think of them. So how do we stop lies? Okay, so now is the time to decode what's actually going on and retrain your child's brain. So before engaging with your child, you need to stop, take a breath, and take control. The chances are you're going to be emotionally hijacked as well. You're going to be feeling betrayed, disrespected, angry, a whole host of negative emotions. And if you allow those emotions to control you and come out in a rage or in an angry fashion, we're going to have a toxic situation where the child is not going to talk to you other than shouting, and you're not going to talk to your child other than shouting. So it's not going to be a great way of dealing with the situation. So stop, take a breath. Okay. Remind yourself of all the points on slide 2, knowing that 90% of the brain functions from a subconscious level, that all behaviour serves a purpose. So start to ask yourself what's going on in your child's mind. Then ask yourself what it is that you want your child's brain to learn from this experience. So basically what we're looking for is, You don't want your child to lie, but what the learning would be is about not needing to lie. So helping your child to feel safe enough to engage with you so they can learn to make good choices, not to take things without asking, not to hide things when they've broken something, not to fib about not doing their homework, but finding a better way of working with you to do your homework. Those are the kind of outcomes that you're looking for in these situations rather than the lies. Avoid the situation becoming a battlefield. So don't accuse, berate, or condemn. Really important, very challenging, and very important not to do it. So start by guessing how your child is feeling inside. What emotions would they be thinking and feeling right now? Extend some empathy, understand, because there's been times in the past when you've lied. So if you can think of some of those times, you can understand why the lies come out. Describe what's happened, don't lecture. If you lecture, your child's mind is going to switch off. So in the most unassuming way, describe what's happened. I see you broke my best vase. Or, I know that you took the biscuit. I've asked you to clean your room and you haven't done it. Simple things like that. Then share with your child how you feel. It makes me feel really upset when I ask you to do something and you don't do it, because it's your bedroom and it's your responsibility to keep it clean and tidy. I feel really sad that you feel that you have to take a biscuit rather than asking me. I know you feel upset that you've broken my vase, and I feel upset too, and I guess you're probably a bit frightened to tell me. And I'm sad that you're frightened to tell me. Now, whilst you're discussing this with your child, make sure that you're warm and loving. It's important to keep boundaries and maintain values. You're not going to allow the child to get away with anything that he or she wants to. This is part of training their brain. So no, it's not okay to take a biscuit without permission. It's not okay to break something and not let someone know. It's not okay to not tidy your room. So make sure you keep the boundaries. But all the time that you're warm and loving and you've got a good tone in your voice, your child's amygdala will stop producing all the negative emotions. So your child will be able to take in what you're saying, and you two will be able to work something out. Express how you feel without criticising, demeaning, or judging. Just tell them it's not okay to take a biscuit. It's not okay not to clean your room when I ask you to do so. You make me feel sad or upset. And I know you think it's hard to do that. But perhaps we can work a way out where you get what you want and I get what I want as well. Let's work together on this. It's your room, you have to keep it tidy. You can't always have biscuits when you want them, but you can have biscuits sometimes, so let's work that out.